Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. It feels like I have not filmed a video in a year. Now, it's only actually been a couple months, but it really feels like so long. If you follow me on Instagram, then you semi-recently found out why I've been so MIA. But if you don't follow me there, it is for a couple big things that are happening in my personal life. One, my husband and I are in the process of selling our condo and searching for and purchasing a single family home. And I am also pregnant with our first child, so there's been a lot going on and it's just taken up all of my mental energy, all of our time. Not to mention during my first trimester, I could barely stay awake for more than 6 to 7 hours a day. So I really did not have any extra time. But now that my energy is starting to come back and stuff with the house is kind of calming down in certain ways, I'm finding more time in my day. So I'm super excited to be back here in front of the camera to film some helpful money saving tips for you guys. So today we are going to start with 7 ways to save money on Christmas presents. Of course, this goes for any holiday, birthdays, really any sort of gift-giving scenario you might have. But today I'm specifically talking about Christmas just because that's what's coming up and I'm pretty excited for it. So tip number 1 is going to be to create a Christmas gift-giving budget. Now I know everyone is shocked that my first tip is to have a budget, but this is very important when buying gifts. You really need to understand how much money you have available to you. What are your priorities as far as gift giving goes? I know some people like to go all out. I know some people like to do I think it's one thing to wear, one thing to read, one want and one need, something along those lines. So really, it's super personal and up to you, but it's so important that you create a budget and that you stick to it throughout the Christmas season. Number 2 on the list is to start shopping early. And the main reason why I suggest this is because when you start shopping early and you don't leave it to the last minute, then you have the chance to take advantage of different sales that happen either throughout the year or at least throughout the season. Because if you wait to the last minute to buy things, then you're kind of stuck with whatever that current price is and you really don't have any time to shop around or just try to get a better deal on something. Number 3 is to shop secondhand. And I wish we could normalize gift giving with secondhand gifts, and you can even buy a ton of stuff that's secondhand that still has the tags on it, that still hasn't been used. Like I love buying stuff from POSHMARK, and a ton of the stuff that I buy still has the tags on. You know, someone might have bought it wasn't for them, and they're trying to get rid of it. Shopping secondhand is so great for the earth. It gives things a new life, a new home, but also when you buy secondhand, you will save so much money as compared to buying something brand new. My number 4 tip is to give homemade gifts, whether you like baking, knitting, painting. Use whatever your passions are and whatever your talents are and go ahead and make gifts for the people you love. I know my best friend loves baking, and every year for a lot of her gifts, she bakes up all these different treats for the people in her lives, and I know they love it, and it's something that she enjoys doing. It comes from the heart, and I just think it's such a nice gift to receive. My number 5 tip is to simply just cut back on the number of people you buy presents for. I remember sometime after I'd been on my own post-college, I had, a rent to pay, all of my bills, my student loan bills had kicked in. I remember one Christmas talking to my closest friends who we still exchange Christmas gifts with every year, asking if they'd be okay if we didn't exchange gifts anymore. And they were totally fine with it, if not maybe financially relieved themselves. And you know what? We still got to see each other the holidays. We still got to spend time together, and really that's what it's all about. So check your list, see if there's anyone you can remove, maybe someone else that you know that's in a similar situation who would be relieved to know that they don't have to buy an extra gift, or maybe instead of exchanging gifts, you suggest having a hot cocoa night or maybe a cookie baking night, something like that that's just much, much less than buying an actual gift. Next up on my list is to have a secret Santa. Now, this isn't entirely unlike number 5, so you will be cutting back on how many people you buy for, but in this scenario, everyone will still be getting a gift and everyone will still be included in the gift giving process. So my husband happens to come from a very large family. There's a lot of siblings, there's a lot of nieces and nephews, and since I've known him, we've always done a secret Santa amongst the siblings, and now that there are so many children of those siblings, we actually do a secret Santa for them as well. So instead of every aunt and uncle buying every single niece and nephew a present, we pick names, and it's, you know, a fun little surprise at Christmas. You don't know who's getting gifts for who, and it just adds a fun element, but it also saves a lot of money. And then finally, my number 7 tip for saving money when buying Christmas presents is to optimize those cashback apps, those rebates, and any sort of credit card points. Now, when doing this, a lot of the times you're not going to get the money right there, or you're not going to get the discount right there, but you will be getting cash back or gift cards back, points back, whatever it is, to either go towards future gifts, additional gifts, or to help pay off those gifts. Now, I will just put this disclaimer that for those using credit cards, I recommend only using your credit cards if you can do so responsibly, being able to pay it off. Please do not use your credit cards just to get points if you do struggle paying credit cards off. But if you're good about paying your credit card off and you can get those points without paying any interest, then I recommend doing that. I also recommend using something like Rakuten. I use this. I have the link on my browser. Anytime I'm on any sort of website, it automatically comes up and it tells you how much cash back you're gonna get for that website, and a lot of times it'll also find coupons for you for whatever that website is. So not only do you get cash back, but when using that on your browser, you can also get coupons as well. All right, that is it for today. I'm really sorry if my breathing sounds labored. It's been a little bit labored for a while, so I apologize. I'm taking a lot of deep breaths during this, but yeah, trying to get my video legs back on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm super excited to be back to give you guys more content, and hopefully on a much more regular basis again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.